Hey cousin, how are you? It's me, new look and all. I hope this finds you doing well and in good spirits. I've missed you. I really, really have. It's been a treacherous 2 weeks. Well, it's been a treacherous month, I should say. Um, Ever since mom died, things have been moving so fast and it's been so hectic. So it's a precious luxury to have a moment of stillness like this, where I get a chance to be still and think and pray and consider what's ahead. Um, I'll make this brief because I still have some packing to do and taking care of a few things before I get on the road tonight. I'll be driving to California, back home. My nephew doesn't know, but I'll be going home for good. I'm not going to stay here. I'll get to that in a moment. But I wanted to just let you know where I am in here and in here. When mom passed away, I admit that I did leave very soon. But the reason why is because my mom was my world. She was my everything. I lived and breathed for her. All of my instincts still listen for her and still watch for her. I wake up in the morning. She slept in the room on the other side of my wall. So I would wake up in the morning and my first instinct was to think, is she okay? Check on mom, make sure she's okay. And every time I would leave out of my room, I would peek around and make sure she was okay. I still, to this day, I can't sleep. And I wrestle around in my bed at night wondering, is she okay? Is that weird? And then after she died, the things Cortez was telling me about what the family was thinking and saying, it was too much confusion, too much anger, too much arguing and hate. And I said, okay, maybe it would be best if I just leave out of the situation. So my plan was to move here to Florida, and it would be years before anyone heard from me again. I said, maybe it's best to just let people grieve this out and, let time and space heal these wounds and then try again in a few years, right? But oh boy, God had other plans. And this moving to Florida was not in his plan for me. I came here because my nephew, who I love like my own child, my brother was always deployed to other places. Sorry, that was him just texting me now. My brother was always deployed different places, Philippines, Japan, So I had the role of uncle dad for my nephew. So we're like this. After mom died, my nephew was like, Uncle, why don't you move to Florida with me? You'd love it. You'd have a chance to start over fresh and build a new life and all this stuff. So we found a house, beautiful house, rented it, signed a lease, paid the deposit, paid the first month's rent, packed up and drove here. No one else knows this. I haven't spoken this to anyone except you. But when we arrived here, we found another family living in the home that we rented. And the gentleman who took our money scammed us. So I lost everything, All of my money gone. And me and my nephew have been living out of hotels for the past week and a half since we got here. And then I've been learning things that he didn't tell me, things he kept from me about his life here, his friends, his comings and goings, the things he was into that I didn't know about. And I'm not happy with what I've seen. I'm not pleased. And I realized that I was brought here under false pretenses. I love him. I will always love him. But I have to go. I have to go home. So I'm leaving here tonight to go back to California. I'm a survivor, so I'll survive anywhere, right? I'd like to find a nice, quaint little spot somewhere with a lot of trees, a lot of woods, a lot of nature. I want to be close to, my mom loved nature. She loved animals. So one thing a lot of people didn't know is that she loved watching Animal Planet. She loved watching like Disney, Earth, all that Discovery, Planet Earth stuff with the animals and nature and all that stuff. She loved it. And on this new course I'm charting for my life, that's where I want it to be. That's where I want to be, in nature, among trees and close to creeks and rivers and stuff. So there's a few areas out in California I'm looking at now as I plan to go back. But I've got myself 2 weeks at an Airbnb that'll give me enough time to look around. But I'm leaving my nephew here, and I'm going back to correct my mistakes. There was a part of me that was defiant and upset about, I felt angry that my mom died. And then I felt angry because I felt attacked, and I felt like everyone was so busy being angry that they didn't understand the nuclear bomb that had been set off in my heart. I have been an absolute wreck. Even my brother has been so lacking in compassion and empathy, anything. So I've spent a lot of time in these hotels just praying, asking God what to do. And so I realized that in my desire to protect my mom, I alienated a whole lot of people in the family. I did. And people who genuinely did want to reach out, I put up a barrier around my mom because she didn't want to see anybody. So I felt like I was protecting her by standing guard and keeping people from bothering her. But I realized what a genuine mistake that was. And I'm going back home to try to make amends and apologize and try to make things right with the people that I hurt. I never meant for any of this to happen. I genuinely loved my mother with all of my soul, all of my being. She was my other half. We went everywhere together, did everything together. Every time I would go someplace, people would ask me, "Where's your other half? Where's your mom?" Because people were so used to seeing us together. So there's a lot ahead for me as I travel these next few days. I plan on getting to California on Friday, being at the memorial on Saturday, and then having another 2 weeks of stay where I'll have time to think about what I'm going to do and what my plan is. I'll spend a lot of time asking God to lead and guide me on where I should go, what I should do. But it's important for me I'm not going to run away anymore. No more running and hiding. I need to face my mistakes and try to make things right. Because only then will I have genuine peace. And only then will the family have peace. We have to put an end to this fighting and anger amongst each other. And in my mother's memory, we have to love one another and try to heal one another. And that's what I'm setting out to do. All I can do is try. I can try my best. But how they receive it, I don't know, but I'll do my best. I spent a lot of time looking at the sky, wondering I hope she's enjoying herself up there. I hope it's everything she dreamed it would be. Over this past 2 weeks, being homeless, living out of my car, living in hotels, it's been a nightmare. Being absolutely broke, not being able to talk to anyone or tell anyone. No one knows our situation out here. Nobody, except you now. I guess this is what rock bottom feels like. We were calling shelters and stuff. It was nuts. 6-month waiting list for shelters, okay? Because they're so overrun right now. And then we had these massive thunderstorms and hail and lightning and stuff. It was like all of nature itself was screaming out to me that I shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? It's like even the sky was like, you don't belong here. You need to go home and make things right with your family. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, cousin. I really am. I hate with all of my heart what happened back in March when you and Mayana came out to see us. And I have so many regrets. So many things I wish I could go back and undo. I don't know. I guess I've been reckoning with that too. All of my mistakes, all of the actions that I did to add to this big mess that's been made. I've had to deal with that too. feeling a lot of shame and regret. One half of me feeling like I should just stay away and just let the family, just be rid of me. But the other half feeling like I should at least try to make things right. Not knowing what to do, so I'm split in between. I guess I just ask God to please lead and guide me as I go. Anyway, I didn't mean to go this deep, but Terry, among all my cousins, among all of you, you're the one that's dearest to my heart. Thank you for loving. Oh yeah. Thank you for loving me through all of this. Thank you for loving me, kid. Like, it means the world to me. I've never felt more alone in all my life. I would always go to mom in times like this, when I was confused or upset or didn't know what to do. But now that she's gone, I felt so alone. I have no idea what to do. But your kindness and love has meant the world to me. Please know that. Please know that I love you with all of my heart. I hope that you have safe travels to California, and I cannot wait to see you. I'll be there in a few days, and I'll be texting you as I go, letting you know how I'm doing, and hope the drive is smooth. I plan on driving during the night and early mornings, and then sleeping during the day because that's when most people are out. So I want to have a smooth drive there. Try to avoid traffic. Just a straight shot. So I'll be seeing you in a couple days, cousin. I love you. I'll be seeing you soon. Take care.